Woo! 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 Okay, I have to be a bit quiet because it is currently. It's not. Is it not gonna 7:15, which is quite late. So welcome back to the channel, the lovely channel where you get film content. You get vlogging content. You get other sorts of content sometimes. Moving on. Basically, the other day I got the chance to see a Korean film with my mate Josh, who is from the Buddy Talk podcast. We have a podcast together. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, we got to see the film Parasite. You may or may not have heard of it. It's quite big at the moment, especially with critics. We got to see it a few days before it got properly released in the UK. Also, it was being shown around many different cinemas around the UK because they were having a live satellite Q&A with the director, Bong Joon-ho. So that was cool. So going into the film, I heard that it was supposed to be amazing. From reviews on Letterboxd or on IMDb or just reviews in general, apparently it's one of the best films ever. It was very high rated, very good reviews. It was getting quite a lot of, high praise. So I was relatively excited to see the film, but I didn't actually know what to expect because I didn't read into it or anything. But yeah, I had very high expectations, and honestly, I thought I was probably going to get disappointed because, you can't have expectations that high and then also be surpassed. But in all honesty, I've never seen a movie that has surpassed my expectations so much, and I'm not joking. I am being honest. Like, I may not show it because I've had some time to think about the film. It's a few days after I've seen it, but wow, getting out of that cinema, I was just like, geez, okay, calm down, filmmakers. It was pretty cool how you surpassed my expectations that far. You may think, Aaron, you're overselling it, and I might be, but I honestly, I was quite amazed by the film. You can take that how you want. Maybe you won't like it, maybe you will like it more than me, or maybe you'll just like it the same. You're probably asking now, so Aaron, how is a film that good? Well, I say to you, viewer, young or old, or maybe mid-age viewer, let me explain my reasoning for this film being amazing. So the first thing I'll talk about is the cinematography of the film. It's beautiful. Literally, the first shot of the film is a sock next to a window, and it looks amazing. It just does. Straight away, I was kind of just like, oh, okay, we're in for this kind of film, are we? Am I in for a ride? Yes, you are, Aaron. That sock is indicating that you're in for a ride. And, I could tell by that at least the film would look great. There is so much thought put into every shot in this film, how it's framed, how the camera moves, the type of shot. It's just, you can tell there was a lot of passion thought put into making this film. Whether it's to create a feeling of claustrophobia, tenseness, or show action, or just like simple details in a setting. Even just dialogue, just anything a shot would be used for in a film. I don't know why I just listed all that stuff. The cinematography managed to make everything look beautiful and stunning. Like, literally, spoiler alert, there is a scene where shit is literally flowing out of a toilet and it looks beautiful. I thought that I shed a tear. It was beautiful. The cinematography is great. It's top notch. Okay, another shout out of why the film is great is the sound design is just spot on. It really could not have been any better than it was. Whether it's just a score or just like simple footsteps, someone banging a door, or like a doorbell, or like someone just cutting something up. It's perfect. Another thing that I thought was great was the production design, specifically the two houses. They're great settings. They really show the difference between the rich and the poor, exploring that theme. They make you feel claustrophobic. They make you feel empty inside. They make you feel a feeling of family. They look tense, and I think both of them are actually were built. They weren't pre-existing houses. They were actually built by the production design team, which is amazing. During the Q&A, the director, Bong Joon-ho, he said how the houses were key elements in the film and that he had to design them so that they would be integral to the plot, and that he would line up every shot so you would remember every piece of the house. And you really do. You know the whole layout of the house by the end of the film. And it really adds to the tension when characters are walking about. You're like, oh, I know that thing's there. Oh, and I think the score is great. You got a mix of just like classical music, some just like synths just to create tension, or even comedy. There is a lot of comedy in this film, and it works really well. I often find that with films that are subtitled, comedy is quite hard to translate in the subtitles because you can't really get the timing from the actors because, you know, it's in a different language, but it translated really well. Like, I don't know how it translated that well, but it was honestly great. But yeah, I guess the final thing I would say about the film, which was a real highlight, is the acting. Some people may say that it's hard to tell if foreign actors in foreign films are acting good because you can't understand what they're saying, but I think the fact that you can't understand what they're saying, it helps you tell more if they're a good actor because you get to focus on their facial expressions, and you can tell the deliveries there. You can really tell because you can feel the emotion in the delivery of the dialogue. Literally everyone is great in this film. Even the smallest people who have barely any screen time are still decent, you know, they do a good job. I think the main standout of the film is the dad of the family, not of the rich family, but the poor family. He goes through all the emotions in this film. The guy who played him, I can't remember his name, but he is phenomenal. The Academy can nominate as many nominations as they want, so why not give him one? You know, you got the Best Picture for Parasite nominated, but why not have the lead actor or lead actresses, you know? But along with the actors, the actual characters themselves are all three-dimensional. They're all well-developed. I think if I was to nitpick, I would say that the rich family aren't as developed, but they're developed enough and it works, and I think it's done on purpose because you're supposed to feel more sympathy. Well, not feel more sympathy, but you're supposed to connect more with the poor family. But they are, honestly, every character is just, they all feel like actual people in the film, and there's no line drawn between good and bad because there's a lot of stuff happens in the film. I don't want to reveal too much about the plot because I went in going with no idea of what the film was about. So I think that is the best way to watch it, honestly. But yeah, some characters do bad things, some characters do good things, but no line is drawn. There's no bad guys, no good guy. At the beginning you think maybe the rich people are going to be the antagonists of this film, but really there is no antagonist. It's just a story about people. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I haven't got across how good this film is. If I'm going to say it in one sentence, every piece of filmmaking is perfect. It's spot on, honestly. And if I'm going to finish this review of anything, I think I would say that I would be happy with this winning Best Picture. And I think it's a good opportunity for the Academy as well, for them to give Parasite Best Picture as the first foreign film to win it. And I think it really deserves it. I mean, I think the evidence is there. It's the #1 narrative film on the Letterboxd, above The Godfather, which is supposedly the best film of all time. I haven't watched it. So I can't really have an opinion on that, but yeah, I don't. It's a really good film, basically, is my point. So yeah, that's my opinions on Parasite. It's definitely my favourite foreign film of all time so far. I wish the best for all the people who are in this film, all the filmmakers, everyone who works in it. Or with the Oscars, I hope they get great awards. I'm pretty sure best foreign film is a definite at the moment, but best picture would be great. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll put a link to the podcast of me and Josh down below. It's quite cool. We talk about more films on there than I actually do on this channel. So if you want more opinions, just generalised, a bit more chilled out, relax, with a bit of humour added in. I know, humour's subjective. You might not find it funny. So yeah, go watch that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.